So I had said yesterday that there's not really medications and treatments for PTSD. You just kind of have to live through it and have support and love. That's not entirely true though. It's just that I always forget because there is a treatment. It's called EMDR, and that stands for eye movement desensitization reprocessing. And I went through multiple sessions of this in Florida. Um, what they do is they have you sit in a chair staring directly at your therapist, your worker, whoever's helping you with this. And you just kind of start talking. Anything that comes to your mind. For us, it was staying on the subject of the murder. And whenever you start feeling an emotion, you tap. You use both hands, but I'm using one to film. So you tap, and then you continue talking. And then when you feel another emotion, you move and you tap someplace else. And you just keep moving and tapping, always two fingers, I don't know why, as you speak. And somehow that is supposed to manually reprogram your brain and tell your brain, hey, we don't want to have this specific emotion when we talk about this specific topic anymore. And so now you'll see a lot of people say that when I talk about the murder, I don't talk about it right. I don't talk about it like I was a victim or a witness. I talk about it soullessly and deadly, and I don't show the correct emotions for it. I'll sit here and weep like a baby over my brother, but not shed a single tear over the murder. And the reason for that is because I went through these EMDR sessions, and they changed the way that I felt about the murder. And they did that so that not only so that I could live easier, but so that I could testify at the trial without, going into hysterics. That didn't happen. They were pretty determined to upset me, but that was the original goal, was to make it so that I could talk about this very hard situation without breaking down. And that's something that they now use against me to judge me as a reason, as an excuse why I deserve the kind of treatment that I receive. I don't remember how many of those sessions I went through. I remember not even understanding. I didn't think that it worked. I thought that it was just stupid, hypnotist stuff. I guess I didn't realize until I started talking about it more and not getting upset about it that it did work. Because it's one of the few things that I can fully tell without really breaking down. There's a lot of stuff in my life that I can't talk about without openly just crying after the first few words. But I can talk about the murder because they rewired my brain to make it able to talk about that. Just for people to judge me based on the fact that they rewired my brain for that. These are the kind of things people don't understand when they're judging and mocking and looking at me and thinking that I'm this bad, terrible, horrible person because of the way I react or the way I don't react. I'm doing my best, When we did these EMDR sessions, I didn't have a safe room in my life. See, it starts with meditation. Before we would start the session, we would meditate, and she would tell me to close my eyes and picture myself in a room or in a garden, wherever I felt safest. And most people choose places that they have been to before. I had to create a room because I felt no place in my real life had that kind of safety. So I imagined myself in an empty room with just a bed and pink walls and a green light above. And when the green light would come on, it would shine down through my body and slowly wash all of my anxieties and fears down out of my body into the floor. And it sounds stupid. It sounded stupid to me back then because I'm just not that person, you know? I'm not the meditation type. I'm not, unfortunately. And I often forget that I even had those sessions because it was those were the years between the murder and the trial. And they were very manic, hectic years for me. My mind pushes them away. But I did want to clarify when I said that there's nothing really that can be done for PTSD, that's not entirely true. EMDR sessions do work. They just make you feel really stupid.